short time ago, we saw a convoy of military vehicles heading north on the road to Aba County here in Sichuan Province. Now, that's where exiled Tibetan groups claim there have been deadly clashes over the last couple of days with more than 30 protesters, including monks, women and children, killed by Chinese security forces. We can't confirm that. But this military movement appears to be a continuation of the build-up of troops that we saw last night. Today, we counted about 30 army trucks, including communication vehicles, supply and fuel trucks. Now, what this all means, we just don't know at this stage. It could mean that there's still continuing trouble there in Aba County, which is home to a very significant Tibetan population. It could also indicate that these troops are being sent in to secure that area. Notably, some of those trucks that were sent up, we believe, were empty. The question is, what will they be bringing out? Or more precisely, who will they be bringing out? Anita?
Understandably, John, that information to come out of the area is very difficult if you're not actually there seeing the kind of violence that is taking place. But what are you hearing in terms of what side the violence is coming from, if you will, if these are the protests that are indeed violent on the side of these native Tibetans?
Well, the interesting thing about all this, Anita, is that the Chinese government continues to say that they've shown restraint, that they're not behind this violence. They're putting this blame fairly and squarely on the shoulders of the Dalai Lama and those who support him. But at the same time, they're not allowing any independent confirmation into these areas to see precisely what's going on. So we tried to get into Aba County earlier today. In fact, we were stopped 300 kilometers short. We made it through 4 checkpoints, 4 police checkpoints. Finally, by the 5th one this morning, they pulled us over. They checked our passports, they ordered us out of the vehicle, they took our name, our details, and essentially told us that this was the end of the road, it was time to turn back and leave. So, as you say, there really is no way of knowing precisely what's going on. There are a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation. We're obviously hearing from the Tibetan exile groups who are saying that the Chinese security forces are in fact shooting and killing not just Tibetan monks, but also women and children, that kind of thing. In this part of Sichuan Province, we're also hearing the other side of the story. A lot of speculation that there have, in fact, been a lot of ethnic Chinese who have been the victims here. In fact, the rumor that was going around last night, as many as 100 ethnic Chinese in Aba County had been killed by Tibetan protesters. There's also this unsubstantiated rumors that Tibetans were using dynamite to blow up Chinese-owned businesses and shops. But the problem in all of this, because there is no access to these areas, because the Chinese government in Beijing has made the very conscious decision and is enforcing it with an iron fist, has sealed off these areas, there is no way to know at this stage precisely who is telling the truth. So now it comes down to, who do you believe? Do you believe the Dalai Lama and the Tibetans, or do you believe the communist government in Beijing?